Hello traders, hope you are all doing good. Today is 15th of December and the time now is exactly 6 o'clock and we are going into a major event. US markets are kind of volatile, highly jittery. Not India VIX, US CBOE VIX also shooted. The reason is Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will come out with give a press conference today around midnight India time, around 12 o'clock midnight. So after 12 o'clock. So India time, I'm talking about India time. So what is very important about this meeting is whether they are going to increase the bond buying thing which is happening for the last 2 or 3 months, or from the this post-COVID situation, post-COVID, they have started bond buying in the OTC, right? Now, whether they are going to increase the bond buying or not, he is going to come out with that. That is the first thing. Then the second thing is, all over the bank, central banks have reduced the interest rate. Now, whether they are going to hike the interest rate or not, US Federal Reserve will give a hint, some clue whether they are going to increase the interest rate or not. If they are going to increase the interest rate, so that is not good for the market. Markets are likely to come on the downside, even though these things and all institutions and smart money already knows these things. We are not going to get any positive news from Federal Reserve. Even there is negative news, they will not put it in a very negative way. They are going to tell it in a positive way only. And look at what is happening in the market. For the last 2 or 3 days, that gap down which happened to the 2-3 days back is Nifty is not able to fill that gap down. So we are seeing a market going on the downside, and we are seeing a trend formation in the Nifty also, which I will show you. So if you see this one, let me go to the charts. Yeah. If you see this one, there is a formation of a trend in the ascending trend line formation in Nifty chart. So whenever Nifty is going above 17,000, there is a not 17,000, yeah, around 17,500, there is a FIIs are coming and selling the market and pushing the market on the downside. So now if we are getting a negative news or positive news, we don't know what is going to be, what is Federal Reserve planning. We really don't know. I really don't know what is going to be the outcome. But markets are likely to go on the downside. That's what I see. And if you see the open interest also, there is literally no call put writing in Nifty. If you see this, this is the weekly. This is the tomorrow's expiry thing, and there is no put writing at all. In fact, put writing is negative, and the call change is around 6.1 million. So people have now not at all written calls, not at all written puts today. They have only written calls. And if you see the overall open interest, total number of call is around 88.4 million and total number of puts is around 44.7 million. So more than half, 100% call is there. And where you think the market is going to go? Markets are likely to go on the downside, and with the support of FIIs, and you see the market today, highly volatile condition, right? W, S, V, all kind of shapes form today. Very hard to manage this kind of market. See, from 17,200, it opened at somewhere around around 17,250, came all the way down to 17,200, then went up, then came down, then went up and came down. All kind of zigzag thing happens today in Nifty, and both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty is also a stock index where volatility was huge, very high. So we were experiencing huge volatility due to this event, or I don't know, but simply indices are getting very tougher to trade. So what all these things says that something is cooking up, and markets are kind of very in a panic mode. That's what I can see. seeing all this price action, what I am seeing is markets are kind of in a panic mode. So it would be wise for us to go long, not long, go short in the market. So anywhere we have been telling to go short in the market. So and that is what is happening. I told 17,000, if 17,500 above, if market is able to sustain above 17,500 or 17,600 levels, then we can be bullish. When it is not able to cross 17,600 and sustain above 17,600, you should always be short in the market. You have to short the market. You short the market, you make good money. Of course, that's a disclaimer. You will have to do it at your own risk and responsibility. Now, looking at the markets, I can assure you markets are likely to go on the downside only. And maybe if we get a good positive news from US Federal Reserve, then market may go on the upside, but we'll have to wait and see. You don't think I am talking both whether I am talking market will go on the downside or upside. It depends upon the news. If there is really super strong news, super positive news, then we can go on the upside. There is not going to be any positive news. Seeing all this, what is happening around, see, China is already in a great problem. They are already having a real estate issue, a real estate crisis. On top of that, Omicron issue is coming. So it is taking a toll on their economy. Now, US, if you see on the other part of the world, US inflations are very high. As I told you 2 or 3 days back, inflation has risen, is one of the highest in the last 40 years. And the US Federal Reserve is not going to keep on buying bonds in the open market, and they are not going to keep on reducing the interest rate. That's why we released a video that party is going to be over. That's what I'm saying. Even though it is going to be a negative news, even if US Federal says that they are going to increase the bond buying, I think now they are buying for around 13 billion or around 10 billion, more than 10 billion they are buying every month. If they increase that to 20 billion or 25 billion, it is going to be very tough for the market to go on the upside. On top of that, if they increase the interest rate also, it is going to be tough for the market to go on the upside. So considering all this, China is facing a real estate issue, an Omicron issue, and US is facing inflation issue, Europe is having Omicron issue. So all kind of issues are happening around us, and markets are not likely to go on the upside. So that is what I believe. Until we get a very super negative positive news, then the market may go on the upside. So it is up to you whether you want to go long or short in the market. And people were telling they are long, their market will hit lifetime high, market will touch that and this and all. And yesterday also one person told market is going to expire above 17,500. We really don't know. If it is expires, I will be very happy. And I have squared off almost 80% of my positions. I don't have any positions now. I have very light position. I am going into tomorrow's session with a very light position. We really don't know what is going to happen. If there is really a negative news, if Federal Reserve put it that way, it is going to be a very panic situation. So it is, I should have told this yesterday, but I don't want to influence you. Anyway, what is going to happen if I... So it is up to you whether you want to go long or go short in the market. So since I have already told you, since these scenarios are happening, I am really clean my trade book, and I am going into Wednesday tomorrow really with a very small position and hedged position, very small quantity. So even if market goes down or goes up, gap ups, gap down, we really don't have any problem. So nothing much. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.